All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And peace, love, and salutations to the Akim that's out there laboring, that's of the hopeful elect, that's doing this work and truth and sincerity. And pretty much, brothers been doing videos concerning the so-called Negro woman, calling for the extermination of the Negro man. And pretty much, they come to find out that there's pretty much clubhouses and chats, pretty much concerning this matter. We're the most hated, we're the most looked down upon, and it pretty much goes back to us sinning against our power. We under the curses, pretty much, but the Lord is pretty much calling his elect men back into the fold, and we're bringing Jacob back unto him, but pretty much, this woman, okay, that actually has been beguiled by the serpent from the beginning, has always conspired against Jake, many examples, but here's a clip right here. I got this from one of the brothers that put it up. And it's just like a series of different clips, just a few minutes long, and pretty much I want to play this video, and pretty much we're gonna hit some scriptures concerning this matter, and we're gonna check the temperature of the mindset of pretty much the nigger woman in these last days, so without any further ado.
Men at all, then we should talk about it.
We don't want to deal with black men at all.
So with all men and not black men, just
Okay.
not black men.
Well, is there any women here who don't want to deal with men, period, or is it just black men, or is it a mixture?
It's just black men, and we actually want non-black men's help in these corrections that you speak of.
So what are the corrections that you're looking for specifically?
Force, because that's the only thing that's gonna work.
But I mean, what are you looking for black men to arrive at? A place of understanding of like what do you want to see?
Well, we believe that there is no hope for them. That we don't believe in changing their minds. We don't. But I'm trying not to say what I really want to say because you're on stage. But if they could not exist, hey, we wouldn't be mad at.
I've seen these divested women. I don't know if y'all know about divestors. They say some of the most horrendous things about black men in pursuit of white men. Don't get with no black men. Get you a white man. They dusty. They deserve to die. I could let y'all listen to a clubhouse group chat with nothing but black women talking about their appreciation for white men and black men shit. I'm gonna play it for y'all. But
there's no turning back because these dusties are dusty. They just belong in a coffin. They just belong in a coffin. I agree. Ladies, I'm so happy that we loving white men because they are the most sweetest, wonderful men. And you know what's so sad? Our mothers should have left the black men a long time ago. I feel safe now that the Dusties are in the gulags. When I look at the title, white men are better for black women, I feel like they're upset.
And then that's pretty much the gist of what's going on here, okay? And Eve pretty much has no accountability for her actions because the war has always been against the black man, and when we go back to Roe versus Wade, all right, I pulled it up on the chat. Let's see, hopefully, Lord willing, I can get it right here. I said, how many abortions have African American women had since 1970 in the U.S.? Okay, let's get to the point. So it says, with the data and estimates say, approximately 16 million since 1973. According to a fact check by Mississippi Today, combining Guttmacher And CDC data gives an estimate of around 16 million abortions among African American women since Roe v. Wade in 1973. Congressional hearing documents similarly claim more than 16 million black babies, so-called black babies, have died by abortion since 1973. Okay, so the Negro woman, okay, here in America, pretty much is a walking abomination, man. Okay, and pretty much what she has done is that she has delivered the so-called babies, okay, particularly, we're going to see how many of them were actually men, but we see the curses of pretty much how she's hateful towards her children, hateful towards her man, okay, all right. She has been given free range to do whatever she wants without zero accountability, okay. She has been given the range to pretty much lead these households, okay, since welfare was pretty much given an ultimatum to them to get rid of the man out of the house, okay. She's been the catalyst of breaking up the nuclear family nucleus, okay, all right. She's been the catalyst of helping the adversary design, okay, a pipeline from the cradle to the grave, okay, from the cradle to the jail cell to the grave, pretty much, okay. These women have been at the helm of these households, okay, and now the same men, okay, that they have created, their mothers have created, okay, grandmothers have created, these emotional, broken down men, okay, that they're speaking of, has been from their creation, okay. It has been from their upbringing of these men, okay, without fathers. You see, okay. So Eve has been pretty much in league with the adversary since day one, and they're doing a fine job of driving this society down a cliff, off a cliff. Here it is. Eve is pretty much riding shotgun with E, okay, all right, driving a car as fast as they could, pedal all the way down to the metal, okay, with a cinder block under your foot, and driving this place spiritually, morally, okay, off a cliff, man, okay. Jesus has done a fantastic job of helping destroy, okay, the Israelite family, okay, you see, and at this point in time now, okay, it's not enough. According to her, according to the offspring of these women now that you see, the so-called modern women, these so-called women that are pretty much swirling, worshiping the so-called white man, okay, to each his own with that whole matter. But the whole fact of the matter is that you're not just stopping there. You just as destroyed as the men are, okay, in the society, okay, it's not enough for them, okay. They still want to pretty much further the agenda that E has already had in his mind, okay, from day one, okay, all right. Esau, all right, was to slay his brother Jacob, man, okay, and that goes for the offsprings, man, okay. He has it in his heart, and he has done a fantastic job of beguiling Eve, man, okay, into helping to aid and abet that, man, but there's a reckoning happening in the earth, man, okay, all right. These women are pretty much being called out, okay. Accountability will be required, okay, through the Heavenly Father, okay. This woman is so hateful that, and these are haters of the Most High at the end of the day, man, okay, because pretty much, all right, the world is pretty much waking up to the fact that the Lord, the people who they instantly call Jesus Christ, okay, Yahweh Shai, okay, and Yahweh, all right, our creator of all creative of the universe, okay, was so-called Negro men, Okay? You see? So they hate the Most High. Okay? You know? All right? It has gotten to the point to where these women hate the sight of a so-called Negro man. Okay? And this is how far gone in the society these women have gone, man. Okay? And they're pretty much playing in a dangerous place right now, man. Because right now, man, we're in pretty much the 11th hour, man. All right? And these women are pretty much have gone completely rogue. All right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. And the Lord is going to put a heavy judgment on these women, man. Okay? In these last days. You see? There's a recompense to be rendered, okay, for this type of actions, man. You know? All right? Let's start off with the scripture real quick. Let's go with pull it up real quick. Let's go to 1 Timothy's. Slocky, hold on. First Timothy chapter 2. All right, verse 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Okay, and that's the point right there. Okay, all right. You got to remember that Eve was beguiled, man. She has amassed through the spirit this man's philosophy, okay, and has helped aid that serpent, man, okay, into destroying us as a nation, man. Okay, she plays a very integral part in that, man. Okay. All right. All right. All wickedness is of wickedness of a woman. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Okay. All right. All right. And pretty much, man. Hey, and the curses are heavy right now, man. Okay. All right. This woman pretty much despises our appearing, man. And also, man. Okay. Hey, the appearing of the Lord, man. Okay. Is going to pretty much bring a recompense upon her, man. You know. Okay, you know, the scriptures talk about to you, O men, I call, you know, all right, and pretty much, man, gather ourselves together, O nation not desire, man, chiefly the men, okay, all right, and we're being set in order right before their eyes, man, okay, and we're pretty much calling out them on their BS, man, okay, you see, and we're letting them know that there's pretty much, you know, accountability that has to be required, man, of them, man. Okay? Because the characteristics that they have taken on is the same characteristics that Eve walks around with, man. Eve walks around with zero accountability. Okay? And continues to be wicked, more and more wicked, man. Okay? Just like the women. Okay? All right? These women pretty much are behind men being locked up in jail over domestic violence cases. Okay? You know, they've been behind men getting put to death. Okay, a lot of men get put to death, man, behind a woman, man. Okay, and there's many different scenarios in that where that can take place, man. Okay, it could be something with a family member. It could be with a a significant other. Okay, some type of scenario, you know, that will go down to where Jake ends up killing each other, man, over a woman, man. Okay, a lot of times it will lead back to that. Okay, a lot of times, man, you would find out, man. Hey, the woman has been so wicked, man, that she would cause a love triangle. Okay, to where, you know, somebody gets unalive, man. Somebody ends up getting unalive, man. You see? Okay, these things happen, man. These things have been happening, man. You know, so alone from just abortions itself, okay, all right, men that are pretty much put in jail and put in the grave, okay, a woman somewhere somehow has been behind that, man, okay, for a good percentage of the time, man. Okay? You see? All right? You know, the scriptures speak about men run out of their wits for women, man. Okay? You know? Scriptures also talk about how men rob and steal, man, to give to their loved, to their loved one, okay? For that woman, man. Okay? You know? The way Jake moves and operates in this earth, man, has been totally off, man. Because all of the energy of how Jake moves and pretty much how he presents himself or wants to present himself, he always has a woman in the back of his mind to impress, man. Okay? Down to the clothes he wears, down to the type of car he wants to drive. Okay? The type of car that he goes out and end up purchasing. Okay? Jake has it in their mind that he wants it to be to where it's something that would magnet women. You see? A lot of things that Jake does, man, and Jake's been going the hell off, man. You know? But right now, man, we pretty much are lying at the heads of the street, man. Full of the rebuke of the Lord, man. Okay? Like a wild bull. You know? This is the point at where we got, and this is what these women pretty much have been speaking upon, man. You know? But really, that's really the 2/3 that it's speaking about, man. Okay? There's a new breed of man in the earth right now, man, that's standing upon their feet, man. Okay? All right? And we're pretty much changing the vibration of the earth right now, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Okay? All right? That undercurrent, that spiritual undercurrent, man, that people will not be able to deny or put off, man. Okay? All right? All right? The Lord said, man, that we're not going to be removed into a corner anymore. But thine eyes shall see thy teachers, man. Okay? You see? And we pretty much hit on a lot of these different topics, man. Okay? Because right now what's going on in the earth, man, concerning Israel, man, is our people, okay? All right? You Negro Latinos and Native Americans, man. Okay? All right? These issues that are going on, man, is run deep, man. Okay? You see? And social media pretty much has to help destroy the minds of the newer generation coming up, man. Okay? You see? All right? These pretty much these gender wars. But the Lord pretty much is gonna put adversity, man, to the forefront, man. Okay, and when you have a type of situational circumstances that go down, okay, all right, that's gonna go down in the earth, okay, women will be put back in order, man. Okay, the Lord is going to set a standard back in the earth, man. Okay, to where women are gonna get back in their natural estate, man. Okay, and that's pretty much subject to the men. Okay, because that's how you run things in perfect harmony, man. When you're dealing with a household, man. You see, all right. These women have took it upon themselves, man, to take control of the steering wheel. Okay, you know they forsook the man in that household for a measly couple of $100 a month. Okay? All right? You know, they forsake the family unit for some SNAP benefits. Okay? They don't forsake the family unit, okay, in unity over some couple $100 and a few $100 in child support, man. Okay? You see? All right? And the woman right now is walking around just like how he walks around, man, with no damn integrity, man. Okay? You see? All right? You have women, man, that pretty much have failed their men throughout the scriptures, man. Okay? Lot's wife. Okay? Oh, you want to talk about Delilah and Samson? Okay? You see? You know? And the scriptures speak about, man, how Solomon pretty much has not found any righteous woman, man. Okay? But of 1,000, he couldn't find none. You see? Okay? You know? So pretty much, man, hey, you know, and you know, hey, more power to the brothers that got somebody decent out of this hellhole, man. Okay? You see? You know? But just know that, man, a lot of these women have a lot of secrets, man. things that they do, man, that's pretty much have not been brought to the forefront, man. Okay? These women are very sly, man. They're very sly, man, with what they do, man. Okay? You see? All right? All right? There's not a lot of innocence in a lot of these women, man. Okay? The innocence is pretty much gone, man. Okay? Everybody's pretty much out here for themselves. Okay? And you be crazy, man, that you try to jump into the dating scene in this day and age, man. Okay? It's crazy. The mindset of these women are they're bugged out, man. Okay? They're bugged out, man. All right? Let me get another scripture real quick. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. And pretty much, man, that's the mindset of a woman too, man. Okay? All right? The woman ain't looking for the Lord to make his return, man. Okay? It's the Lord's faithful men that are pretty much waiting for his return, man, to put order back into the earth, man. Okay? The woman, she's totally fine with the way society is, man. Okay? You see? Look at Lot's wife, man. Okay? All right? She was told not to look back, man, and she looked back. Okay? And guess what happened to her? Okay? She became a pillar of salt, man. Okay? Why? It's because when you extrapolate through the scriptures, man, she had the cares of that world, man, that wicked world, man, that the Lord delivered Lot from, man. Okay? That he actually destroyed, man. Sodom and Gomorrah, man, and those other cities, man. Okay? Neighboring cities. You see? Okay? But this place also will be reserved for fire, man. Okay? But you got these people, man, that'll is gonna fight tooth and nail for this place, man. Okay? You see? All right? From there, all right, let's go to 1 Peter's. Hit that up real quick. All right, Salaki, bear with me. This is 1 Peter's chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed be the power and Father of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, which according to his abundant mercy hath begotten us again unto lively hope by the resurrection of Yahushua HaMashiach from the dead, to an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled, and that fadeth not away, reserved in heaven for you. Okay, and this is what we pretty much labor for, man. Okay? All right? Because this right here is not living, man. Okay? Here it is, man. This place is on a rapid decline. Okay? And these women are actually really jumping out the window, man, and trying to continue to side with this adversary, man. Okay? It's just mind-boggling, though, but we know it's all of the Lord, man. Okay? Because the Lord has something in store for these people, man. Okay? For especially these women. Okay? You see? Right? It says, right? An inheritance incorruptible and undefiled, man. Right? Right? Verse 5. Who are kept by the power of the Most High through faith unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time, wherein we greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise, right, and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach, you know, and we know that there's rewards all laid up for us, man. Okay? You see? All right? And the very image that these women that are out here that despise, okay? You see? The Lord's going to pretty much coming back in his glory, pretty much looking and resembling of the men that they very despise, the very same men that they despise, man. You see? Okay? And hey, it's just fitting that the Lord puts people at the height of their pride, man, before he destroys them, man. You know? And brings on the situational circumstances, man. Okay? All right? You see? All right? All right, from there, let's go to Micah real quick. All right, this is Micah chapter 7, verse 8. Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, Yahweh shall be a light unto me. You know? And we got people that right now, man, is rejoicing over us, man. Okay? Because why? It's because we kept on the bottom, man. Okay? All right? The Lord's chosen, man. All right? And this is all, we know, understand, this is all spiritual, man. Okay? You see? All right? The Lord's going to hold these people accountable for every idle word, man. Okay? We understand that. You know? So these people are setting themselves up for intimate destruction, man. Okay? You see? Right? But it says, rejoice not over me, against me, O my enemy. And who is our enemy? Everybody. Okay? You see? All right? As long as Jake is down and out, they continue to rule, man. Okay? It's just simple as that. Okay? Verse 9. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him. And we're doing that right now. We're bearing the indignation of the Lord, man. Okay? Being on the bottom. Last hired, first fired. You know? Pretty much, you know, just looked down upon, man, in every sense of the matter, man. You see? Right? But it says, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause. And pretty much, man, the cause is the plead of our cause is coming soon, man. Okay? All right? Via World War III. Okay? The Lord's determination is to gather these nations, man, to destroy them, man. Okay? Thus say the scriptures, man. Okay? The receipts on that, man. And we see how everything is being manifest and morphing into biblical prophecy, man. Okay? Can't get around that. People could talk about the scriptures all they want, though, but you ain't getting around them the prophecies, man. Okay? All right? Because it's going down, baby. You see? Okay? Right? But we're bearing the indignation of Yahweh, man, till he plead our cause, man, and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. You see? Okay? Right? It says, then she that is my enemy shall see it. Okay? Who? The women that we're speaking about right now, man. Okay? The women that despises us in every sense of the matter, man. Okay? You see? But that's okay because why? It's because they're tainted goods, man. Okay? Their mind is corrupt. They're corrupt. Okay? You see? There's nothing that's natural about them, these women. Okay? So we're pretty much knowing that, man, we at this very end, man. And these women are in the worst case scenario for themselves, man. They carry themselves in the very worst case scenario, man. Okay, you see, and tell you the truth, that a lot of times, man, the sentiment is mutual, man. Okay, you see, there's nothing feminine about these women that are out here, man. Okay, everybody is rough on the edges and just looking rough and beat down and drugs and smoking and everything else, man. These girls, they're a bad case, man. There's nothing feminine about these women here in Babylon, man. Okay? You see? But it says, then she that is my enemy, okay, these are enemies of the Most High, man, and the Son. Okay? Right? She that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which she saith unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets. You see? Okay? And that's what's going to happen to these women, man. Okay? They're going to actually be deleted, man. Okay? All right? You're trying to delete the Lord's men, his precious men, okay, if they had it their way, okay? But the Lord's pretty much going to delete a lot of these women, man. Okay? A lot of these women, they're just too far gone, man. You see? They're too far gone, man. And the big squeeze is coming, man. Okay? The big squeeze is coming. Okay? You know, you people pretty much dodged a little bullet right real quick, you know, from the SNAP benefits being restored, you know. But we know, man, just at the snap of a finger, man, okay? All right? You people are going to be through and finished, man. Okay? All right? All right? We can see easily, man, how the famine can manifest itself, man, just like that, man. Okay? You got to remember, man, that this man's strength is to sit still and actually sit on his hands and do nothing. He doesn't have to do anything. Okay? He understands where his power lies, man, against you people, man, that are pretty much, you know, and at the end of the day, man, a gift destroyed the heart, man. Okay? Because now anybody got nothing bad to say about the government now, or the powers that be. Okay? Because they're getting a little something. They're getting broke off a little something. Okay? You see? But we're going to see, man. Okay? We're going to see in that time, man. You know? All right? But I'm going to end it with pretty much Paul speaking to Timothy in a letter in 2 Timothy's. Okay? You know? Chapter 4. Verse 7. You know? All right? This is when Paul pretty much was finished his ministry, and he was about to be sacrificed, man. You know, and he told Timothy, verse 7, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me in that day, and not to me only, but unto them also that love his appearing. Okay? And it's only a remnant of men that's going to love his appearing, man. These other people are not looking for the Lord's appearing. They're not looking for it. They don't want it. Okay? Because we know that these people, man, they know that there's going to be judgment to be rendered, man. Okay? All right? These people are not on the right side of the Lord, man. You see? Okay? You know? But he has a crown laid up for him, man. Okay? And this is what we're seeking for, man. Okay? You see? You know, and it's just crazy these women just crashing out, man, spiritually, man. Okay? All right? They don't understand what the hell is going on, and they just running off with the mouth and they're speaking just utter disdain, okay, for the Lord's men. You see? It's astounding, man. It's actually it's humorous, but ultimately sad, man. You know? Okay? But these people are going to perish in their own corrupted mind, man. Okay? You see? All right, so pretty much I'm going to end it there, and I just wanted to just add my little spiritual 2 cents in concerning the matter with these women. And, you know, hey, you know, we know that, hey, this man is on a steep decline, man, and these women are pretty much you know, they're all in. They're all in with him, man. Okay? They're all in with him, man. You know? Okay? They just pretty much jumped in with gasoline drawers on, man. They jumped in the fire with gasoline drawers on at the end of the day, man. You know? But misery's coming, man. Okay? Misery's coming for these women, man. You know? Okay? Because adversity and hardship, man, puts people in their natural state, man. You know? Okay? Men and women. All right? So, pretty much with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Shalom.